Hi. I just wanted to make this short little video to kind of talk about some of my favorite sets that have ever been created. And honestly, I just kind of wanted to do this just as a little update video because looking at the channel, all right, yeah, but just looking at the channel, I've created 61 videos for the channel, and I'm really proud of a lot of the videos that I've created, especially more recently. The EX Unseen Forces thumbnail is one of my favorite thumbnails I've ever created. The Emerald Deoxys video, all these ones, they have a lot of time and effort put into them, but I just wanted to say that I'm really thankful for all 25 of my subscribers. I know it might not sound like a lot from higher YouTubers' perspectives, but to me it means a lot. I'm pouring a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and a lot of my appreciation and care into these videos, and I just kind of hope that kind of shows in the content that I create. I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you for watching my videos and thank you for caring about my videos. So in this video, I just kind of wanted to make a quick little video just talking about some of my favorite sets personally. I just wanted to start off with Neo Destiny. Neo Destiny is a set that I actually have reviewed in the past, and my Neo Destiny video is one of my longest single videos on the YouTube channel. Um, Personally, I try to aim to get a Neo Destiny Master set at some point in my life. That's one of my ultimate goals. It's just because I think there's just so many cards that I really like. All the dark Pokemon, having all those is just a really, really cool idea. It has one of my favorite evolution Espeon in it. Gengar is super cool. Caesar is also one of my personal favorite Pokemon. Same with Typhlosion. And they got some really awesome looking cards in this set, as well as just a lot of the commons and uncommons. I like Unknown personally. I know that that might not be a very popular opinion, but I actually quite like Unknown. And then the shiny Pokemon is a really cool idea. This is just a further expanded version of Neo Revelation's version of the shining Pokemon. There's just more variety here. It has Kabutops, which is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon in it, and I just really like the selection that they did here, along with some of the trainers are nice too, like the ones by Sumiyoshi and Tomokazu are really nice, like the Pokemon personality test. It's just a very memorable set. I think it'll go down as one of the most popular, most awesome Neo sets that there ever was. Next, I wanted to talk about EX Team Rocket Returns. I kind of reviewed this set pretty recently, actually, now that I think about it, but I really think of the set really highly just because it introduced the Pokemon TCG to the Gold Star mechanic with the three gold stars in the set, which is a super cool gimmick that they did for Gen 3, and just the holos are really fantastic. Like the Dark Electrode is really good, Dark Octillery, Dark Marowak, Dark Steelix is super cool, the Kingdra holo is super nice, and even like the common cards like this Dark Tyranitar number 19, I like the Misdreavus by Kusube. I mean, a lot of these cards are just I think of very fondly, and I just really remember enjoying creating the script, writing, and creating the video for Team Rocket Returns. Um, and the EXs are fantastic too, like the Mewtwo, the Moltres, the Caesar is super cool, and Suicune, one of my favorite cards of all time ever. I really love how it looks with the evil eyes. It's just a really, really solid set overall. It's not too big, 109 cards, 111 with the two secret rares. It's not that huge. It's just a nice set. Next is Ancient Origins. I haven't reviewed Ancient Origins, obviously, because I'm not really there yet, but this is just one of my personal favorite sets of all time, just because the Pokemon that they chose are all really cool. But it's not all about the Pokemon for me. For me, this is just my childhood set. I actually own a copy of the Primal Groudon shiny in my personal collection since I was a kid. Um, what was that, like 6, 7 years ago when I pulled it myself? That's probably one of the most expensive cards I've ever pulled, and it's just a gorgeous Groudon card. And like the Lugia full art is super cool. The Stephen Fuller, I have this card in my personal collection too. I don't know why it's not showing up, but I have that card. Um, yeah, overall, it's just fantastic. I have the Mega Sceptile, or not the Mega Sceptile, the regular Sceptile EX Full Art. Um, it's just a really awesome set with a really, really awesome selection of Pokemon. Metagross, I love Metagross. I like Tyranitar, I like Sableye, I like the Reggie Pokemon. They're all in the set. And it has evolutions in it too. It's a fantastic set. It's just really, really good. Next is jumping really far, XY to Sword and Shield. Astral Radiance is my personal favorite set in the Sword and Shield era, besides the next one coming up. But this set just features many Pokemon that I'm very fond of, like Typhlosion, and just like a lot of the Gen 4 Pokemon, because it just reminds me of my childhood. Um, because when I was growing up as a kid, I used to play the Gen 4 games, so that kind of reminds me of that. Gallade, personal favorite Pokemon of mine, has a really nice Machamp V illustration by Koei. Really, really cool card. Just for regular V. It also has the Regis in this set. You know, I mean, I think I gravitate to the sets with the Regis in them. There's a Lucario in it. Lucario is a popular Pokemon, cool Pokemon as well. Darkrai V and V Star, really, really cool cards. I wish there was a Rainbow Darkrai V Star, that would be awesome, but there's unfortunately not. And then, um, and then we move into like the secret rares, the alternate arts, full arts, the alternate art Beedrill, one of my personal favorite cards in the whole Sword and Shield block. I love the card so much. I have a personal alt art Sword and Shield ranking tier list, and this is one of my favorites. It's definitely higher in S tier, which is kind of an unpopular opinion just because Beedrill's not super popular. I have this card too, and I kind of want to own another copy of it, especially considering the fact that it's so cheap. It's just so gorgeous. I mean, like the detail, the amount of Pokemon in it, it's so awesome. And like little Spurrowing Swinub, really, really cool card. The Palkia, I pulled this card. This is one of my favorite alt arts in the Sword and Shield era because of the design is just so abstract and so jaw-dropping. It's just a gorgeous illustration by Oswaldo Cato. It's a really, really cool card. Just just for how unique it is alone. Machamp, this is the only card that I'm missing that's like a good amount of money in Astral Radiance, which is kind of unfortunate because it is the most expensive card in the set. Um, Personally, not my favorite alternate art in the Sword and Shield era, but I do really like the card. But this card, Suing Sneasler, is like my second or third favorite alt art in the whole Sword and Shield era. Illustrated by Okacheke. It's a really nice card. I mean, it's not like, most people wouldn't think of it as like their favorite alt art in the Sword and Shield era, but it looks really beautiful in person, and I don't know, I just have fond memories of the cards, just fond memories of all of Astral Radiance. Then you move into the Trainer Gallery, and Trainer Gallery is one of the coolest things that they ever did for Sword and Shield. And even the rainbows are nice, like the Dialga and Palkia and stuff like that. But Trainer Gallery in this set, well, it's not the best Trainer Gallery in the entire world. There's a Mitsuhiro Rita card in it, which is nice. There's a Flapple. This Kingdra is gorgeous, though. Really, really, really pretty card by Taira Akitsu. Yeah, Taira Akitsu. Really, really cool looking Kingdra. I like the contrast. This is a beautiful card as well, the Frostmoth. Um, Gardevoir in there. You got this Phalanx card. I have this one in my personal collection. I just like how it looks. I don't know. There's not really a lot to say about that. I just kind of like think Phalanx is cute. This Mighty Anna card is my favorite Mighty Anna card ever printed, I think. It has so much character with little Mighty Anna cake. I love like this little shy Sydney in the back. Just like a funny little thing. The Hoot Hoot is obviously notable. I feel like most people talk about the Hoot Hoot when they talk about Astral Radiance Trainer Gallery and the Starmie. This is the most expensive Trainer Gallery card that there is, but I don't really care for that. I just think it's a really nice looking card. It's pretty simple, but also pretty detailed. Like all the food and stuff like that is a nice attention to detail. The Starmie just laying there, it's cool. Not my favorite, but it is cool. I like this one though, the Calorexes. I actually kind of like the Calyrex illustrations. They always make sh they I felt like they always like went super hard with Calyrex for no reason at all. Like the Pokemon is not the most beautiful Pokemon of all time. Calyrex's big head is kind of obstructive, but this Mitsuhiro Rita card just really captures like I don't know. It's just like the sense of adventure and curiosity because of like the snowy mountain plus the other mountains in the background and just a nice beautiful sky. Something that I could only dream to capture. I mean, look at the Calyrex VMAX too. Calyrex VMAX is nice, not quite as nice as the V in my opinion. Excuse me. But it is quite the nice card. I mean, I wouldn't complain if I pulled that. The Articuno, you also have the Galarian birds in here. Chilling Reign kind of vibes with like the whole trainer gallery for this set. Um, the Articuno is it's all right, but this card is like my favorite trainer gallery card for Master Radiance, I think, other than one other one that's coming up later. But this one is really cool. Also, I know that like proportionally compared to these sets, I'm talking about Astral Radiance a lot more, just because I don't know. I feel like when you go into like Sword and Shield era, there's just so much to talk about in every set. It's just you could stop and look at every single one of these cards and just be like, man, that is a gorgeous illustration. I mean, look at the Aurora in the background, the trainer holding on to the Calyrex like barely, just like, and then the VMAX dens just in the background. It's just there's so many cool touches to these cards that they're just like you need to really take your time and appreciate them, which makes Sword and Shield era kind of like it's like invaluable to the Pokemon entire space. And this Zacian card, sorry, I had to stop talking. He is just absolutely awesome. I really love how big it looks compared to Hop, with the sword in its mouth and like the light that shines onto them. It looks amazing. The Zamazenta is not nearly as good, but it's cool because it's like in the area where Eternatus is. Uh, but as I was saying, it's just like you have to really take a second to just look at these cards. This is my favorite Trainer Gallery card in Astral Radiance for good reason. I mean, it has a very popular trainer Cynthia on it and Garchomp. Garchomp looks stoic and really beautiful. Like just it's another one by Taira Ikitsu, the same one that did the Kingdra. So yeah, they're fantastic artists, might I say. Alistair's a cool gym leader. B is a cool gym leader. Melanie's an okay gym leader, and Milo's also an okay gym leader. But they also have Peters in here, which is cool. And then the black and gold cards, Calyrex, VMAXs. They're okay. Not my favorite black and gold cards, but Astral Radiance as a whole is just a fantastic set. I mean, there's just even like some of the common cards are just so gorgeous. I really like this Ponyta by Jiro Sasumo. Really, really nice card with the sun peeking in the background. It's really cool. Next, geez, this is going to take up a majority of the video, but Crown Zenith is just really fantastic. I think I'm going to kind of go a little bit faster on this because I was so slow with Astral Radiance, but Crown Zenith, what can you really say about it, man? I mean, you got Leafeon, Charizard, you got three Charizard cards, you got Simisear, which is whatever, it's Simisear, but you got Kyogre as a regular V, which is cool. Rotom V and V Star, Zero Aura V, V Star and V Max, which is cool. You got Mewtwo and Mew in the main set, which is really cool. You got legendary Pokemon and Amorous, you got Lycanroc, cool Pokemon, Liepard, that artwork is nice. Hoopa, this artwork is awesome. Really, really cool artwork by Suichiro Gunjima. Sorry, that name is kind of hard to say, but really, really nice card by them. The Caesar is nice. Aggron, really nice to see Aggron. Bisharp, Zacian V and V-Star, Zamazenta V and V-Star. You got a Rayquaza VMAX. You got two different Rayquaza VMAXs. Duraludon, Shiny Eternatus is very cool. Regigigas V and V-Star. This is just the main set. We move on to the Galarian Gallery, and it goes crazy. These hollow signed trainers, by the way, are super cool as well. I mean, it's just a really nice looking hollow. Still part of the main set, by the way. We're only talking about the main set. This is LS of Sparkle Fuller. A lot of really nice details in the background. Megami Mizutani. You got Friends in Hisui. Really cool card. I like all the Friends cards a lot. Adaman, Irida, and then the two trainers. I don't really know their names, but that's okay. And then Friends in Sinnoh. This one hits home for me because I grew up with Gen 4, so it's just a really nice artwork. It's a really nice illustration. It really captures like a homey vibe. Just a nice homey vibe. Then you move on to like the textured energies, which actually look pretty cool in person, but that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the Galarian Gallery. I mean, Galarian Gallery, gosh, I could just talk about it. Sorry, I gotta talk about the Pikachu for a second because I totally forgot about it. Features Inteleon, Calyrex, Urshifu, Crobat, Zoroark, Zacian. All those cards are. I think they usually do those. That card specifically just because of how playable they are into TCG. That's why Inteleon is there because Inteleon VMAX is a good deck. Um, but the card looks really nice. We move into Galarian Gallery. I mean, I could just keep going and going and going with all these cards. I'm just gonna give you like a brief look at all these, and talk about the notable ones. I really like that Kricketune from before, but this Lapras is super nice. So many different Pokemon in it. You got Finneon, Wishiwashi, Lapras, Feel, Mantine, and Pelipper and Wingull in the background with a really nice looking sky. Manaphy is also notable. It has Pikipek in it, and Wishiwashi. There's a big Wishiwashi down there. Bruxish, and Pyukumuku, Marini. A lot of Gen 7 Pokemon in this card. Wimpod in the bottom right as well. Never noticed that. It's just like you would just look at these cards for hours and hours, and you would still find new details about them. Like this one, Kichiro Ito, gorgeous Keldeo. Really, really cool Pokemon. Really, really cool card for a really cool Pokemon. Electivire is really cute. Mina Nakai. Nell with his really, really cool Toxtricity has the G-Max Toxtricity design in the background with like a band going on. It's just like there's so much to look at in these cards. The Mew, super notable. Look at the river with the Aracuda or Barracuda, whichever one. Squovet. They got both kinds of Nidorans, Cramorant, Rookie D, Cutiefly, and then Galarian Ponyta with a sleeping Mew who's eating a berry. That's so cute. It's just like I don't know. Even Illumise and Volpe can make a card look kind of nice with this really like it looks like a children's book, Lunatone. It's really cool. This Deoxys, one of my favorite cards in the whole Sword and Shield era. One of my favorite Deoxys cards of all time. Shows all the different kind of items that you use for all the different strike Pokemon, considering the fact that Deoxys is all three, Fusion, Single, and Rapid. Really cool idea. The sky at the bottom is like it just looks amazing. I don't even Actually, I'm pretty sure the card is upside down. Oh my gosh, I never even noticed that. I'm literally just looking at that right now. I don't know if you would never be able to tell, but I'm literally tilting my head upside down. Oh my, Deoxys is upside down with the mountains and the city. I didn't even know that. Um, that was a genuine, that was a genuine thing. The Diancie looks really nice too. The Comfy is nice. The Soul Rock is super cool. It's same, Illumise and Volbeat in there. The Thievel, this one by NC Empire, really cool colors. I really, really like those dark colors. Um, that one's really nice too. Altaria, Latios, this is one of my favorite ones. I have it in my personal collection by Tay Zero. Tay Zero is an awesome artist. Really, really nice looking cards by them all the time. Ditto by Miki Tanaka, cute. This one's cute. Miltank. I can't keep going, but we have to keep going. I will talk about Crown Zenith in its own video one day. I just want to briefly touch on some of these cards in the V star section. This Leafeon is gorgeous. So much detail. All the pots, like everything, like every single flower is all completely different from the other one, with like all the pestles and Leafeon dipping its tail in a jar, making it glow. This Entei, even though it's not my personal favorite card, it's cool. It's like standing on top of a cliff. Um, and it's just like even with cards that you might not completely like. I hate Simisear. This is an adorable Simisear card, though. I will admit that. Suicune, gorgeous as always. I mean, they always just make Suicune look so awesome. The thing is like when you compare this set, like EX Team Rocket Returns, the artwork is all fantastic. I mean, you can't lie about that. Look at the Suicune, though. Suicune, Suicune. It's really just a matter of preference. I like the dark colors on this one a little bit more because it's Rocket Suicune, and I kind of just prefer that old style of the EXs. But this card, you can't lie, it's just gorgeous. Like no one would be upset to have that in their binder. No one. I couldn't see a single soul being like, man, this card is worthless. This Glaceon is really, really nice looking. Not as not quite as good as Leafeon in my opinion, but that's just subjective. Art is just subjective. These artists, they work so hard to give us some of the coolest artwork that the TCG has to offer. I mean, look at the freaking Charizard. He has a flaming tail that's blue with a Diglett like whining in the background. The Deoxys cards are some of my favorite in the entire set. I love Deoxys. I don't know if you know that, but like this Pokemon is like everything to me. And the fact that they gave it two really beautiful cards in this set, three really beautiful cards, it just means a lot. Like to me, this card by Dom, the Deoxys V-Star attack form, really beautiful card. I just wish they did a speed form one. I know that's a lot to ask for, but and this Sashi and V is super nice too. Hataya, they did the Reggie Draco alt art in Silver Tempest. This card is amazing. I don't know, it's simplistic. It's beautiful. It's just like it's just words cannot describe how amazing these cards are in person on just the pictures. You can look at these cards for hours. That's all I'm trying to say. But we have to move on. Well, we're gonna move on to Paul Evolve before this video gets. What are we at right now? This is an 18-minute long video. I don't know if I'll probably cut this down a little bit, but still, like I don't know. I can't stop like gushing over these beautiful cards. New Era is just so much different than Old Era. I'm just gonna talk about Paul Evolve very briefly. I'm gonna talk about some of the illustration rares just because it's like super hard to cover everything. The Heracross is really cool. Just looking up on top of I mean, look at this. Look at this Magikarp. This Magikarp is like one of the coolest Magikarp cards I've ever seen in my entire life. Really cool Gyarados in the background. It's by Shinji Kanda. You've seen the Magikarp. It's the most expensive card in the entire set. And it's just like, dude, you can find a card for you. Even if you don't like Rabsca, if you pull this card and you saw Rabsca like this, with all the little ones just flying up with a really, really nice looking background, you would not be upset. You can't be upset. Look at the Sudowoodo. This is a really cute card of Sudowoodo. I don't even like Sudowoodo that much, and I like the card. Orthworm, really cool. The Flamigo is nice, and it's just a Flamigo. The Mousehold is actually holding pretty good value in terms of like the money, and it doesn't matter because the card is just really nice looking. It doesn't matter. I could buy a $3 illustration rare and be happy. Like I just can't be upset about these cards. Like these cards are just fantastic. Even these Pokemon that nobody knows, the Treasures of Ruin, this Chiyu card you have to admit is just really nice looking objectively. And if you don't think that it is objectively really nice looking, then that's totally fine. I mean, you're very well like able to have your opinion, but it's just you can just tell the amount of effort and time that goes into these cards. Like the artwork, the attention to detail, the style, every single person has their own style, and it's just you can really tell. Like the entire reason that I'm able to tell different artists apart is just because that a lot of them have different kinds of styles. And sometimes, yeah, sure, sometimes they blend in with each other, but like that's it's a small part of a big picture here. Like these cards by these artists are all meaningful. They mean something to me. That's why I made this channel. That's why I decided to make videos on the sets reviewing them. That's why I plan to do every single set, review every single set, because I get to be just happy and content, just like looking at these cards by these artists that I really appreciate. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the video before this becomes an hour-long video of me ranting. I hope you enjoyed it, actually. If you didn't, then that's totally fine. You don't have to watch the video, and I would be happy if anybody watched this video. But yeah, if you watch the video, let me know. Catch you in the next one. Bye now.